Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
This was the exact moment 6'7" became the most viral trend of 2025. Kids everywhere can't stop saying it.
If y'all ever wonder what happened to hip hop, here go your answer. You know what I'm saying? Here go your answer right here. That's what happened to hip hop.
While the parents have no idea what it means or where it originated from, even South Park made an entire episode about the 6'7" craze.
I'm 6'7".
6'7" got so big that the term somehow literally became 2025's word of the year, even though it's a number. But what does 6'7" even mean? If you ask a kid, they will tell you it means nothing at all, just brain rot. They believe it's just a meaningless phrase that became viral. But is this really the case? Does 6'7" have no meaning and is just an innocent fun trend for the kids?
I mean, look, dog, we've all heard the song, but look at who's doing the meme.
Is this really the case? Does 6'7" have no meaning and is just an innocent fun trend for the kids? What most people don't know is that the origins of 6'7" aren't as innocent as they may seem. In fact, when you find out where 6'7" came from, who actually created it, and what it actually represents, you will be asking yourself how the phrase managed to become so popular with kids when it's connected to something so dark. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Skrilla, the demon behind the 6'7" craze. Let's get right into it. If you have been on the internet lately or have a young child, chances are you have seen the 6'7" trend in action. For those who don't know what I am referring to, good for you, as you dodged a major brain rot bullet. But the way the 6'7" trend works is simply like this. A person happens to say 6 or 7 in a sentence, then a child spawns out of nowhere and randomly screams 6'7" while shuffling both hands, all while bursting into laughter.
Now to say, what number do you think I'm gonna say?
6'7".
This simple and
But on a physical level, this is the power. Even on a spiritual level, this is the power of music, bro.
seemingly meaningless trend has completely taken over, with kids all over the country screaming 6'7", unable to stop. It was all over TikTok, the media, TV shows, and most importantly, all over elementary and middle schools. And it even made it to my very home. My son came home from school one day and was randomly saying 6'7". I looked at him and had no idea what he was talking about. My wife had to tell me it was just some random thing kids were saying nowadays. She didn't know what it meant, my son didn't know what it meant, and I for sure had no idea what it meant. For some reason though, the 6'7" trend just kept growing, and I became curious and wanted to know where it came from. So I started digging into what I thought was possibly the dumbest thing I ever looked into. But what I found quickly changed my view on this entire situation, as 6'7" went from just a silly kids trend to something rather dark. To understand what 6'7" is and what it actually represents, we have to trace it back to its origins. Now, the 6'7" meme first started at the top of the year in the online basketball social media world on TikTok. It was used to reference the player LaMelo Ball, who is 6 feet 7 inches tall. For a while, the 6'7" meme was literally referring to LaMelo, and unless you were in the basketball world, you knew nothing about it. It wasn't until March of 2025 that the 6'7" craze started to really take over. The 6'7" trend officially took off after this video when
It might be time for that referee to hang it up.
Craze started to really take over.
Yeah, bro. It look like his reffing days is almost up, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch how he struggled to get down the court.
The 6'7" trend officially took off after this video went completely viral on social media. The video showed a kid in a basketball game scoring a basketball before the camera moved to the crowd, where this kid is seen screaming 6'7" while shuffling his hands. After this kid became the 6'7" kid and was an instant viral sensation. Just like that, the biggest meme of 2025 was created. And the funny thing is, no one even knows what it means. As the 6'7" craze became bigger and bigger, the kid in the viral video revealed that 6'7" was in reference to a lyric of a rap song called Doot Doot. The song Doot Doot came out in 2024 and was created by the Philly rapper Skrilla. In the chorus of his song, he raps this line that birthed the 6'7" trend. Shooter stay strapped, I don't need mine. Bro put belt right to they behind. The way that switch Burt, I know he dying. 6'7", I just bipped right on the highway. This line in a rap song about drilling the ops is what led to all the kids screaming 6'7". While this is already odd enough, when you start looking into who Skrilla is and what 6'7" represents, things go from innocent trend to rather dark and disturbing quickly. Skrilla has been asked multiple times during interviews what 6'7" means, but Skrilla knows 6'7" has become mainstream and popular with Gen Alpha kids, so if he associates it with something negative, it will turn this silly trend into something people don't want to be associated with, which would lead to him losing all the attention he is receiving from the kids right now. So when he's asked about 6'7", he tells people it's just a random word he said in the song, but this isn't true. The truth is, 6'7" actually represents an infamous Philly gang called YSN from the 6700 block of Philly. A really brutal gang with plenty of deaths and destruction attached to it. The gang is so ruthless that it is rumored that members of the gang have a hit on their heads because they allegedly took out an innocent kid.
You know, these are definitely not guys that you want to be at war with, all right? So apparently 6'7" or 6700 block as they're referred to, YSN, they're apparently at war with another set called ODA or the 7400 block, and word around town, apparently the war between these groups has gotten so bad that there is a $45,000 bounty on the heads of any YSN member due to the fact that YSN killed an innocent person as get back for YSN Diaz. And they're saying Chucky 67th actually ended up losing his life due to a price being on his head. Okay, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. But this guy, YSN Diaz, okay, he is somebody that lost his life in a very brutal incident. And, you know, I'm about to tell you, man, it's actually really, really messed up what's going on behind the scenes with this YSN, this 6'7" gang.
All of this stuff happens in the spiritual before it happens in the physical, though. Like, these were things that were happening in the unseen way before they happened and hit this mainstream visibility. Like, this is not by accident. None of this is by accident, bro.
Literally, people have died because of the beef this 6'7" gang had with others. The gang is known for screaming 6'7" as their signature catchphrase like everyone is doing right now. Skrilla in fact confirms the lyric 6'7" is connected to this gang during an interview, claiming 6'7" refers to his shooters.
That's where my young boy's from. You ever heard of Duty Baby? Duty Baby. Hey, how's he doing? Yeah, you probably heard of him. He upcoming artist though. That's where all like my little young boys from though. Like that's where all my little crash outs from. Okay. 6'7".
Now, kids are running around screaming the gang's catchphrase like it's funny, not knowing what it really means or what it's connected to. It's like the Naughty Bop all over again. The Naughty Bop was a similar TikTok dance trend. This dance became viral out of nowhere a few years back, and it was everywhere after a drill rapper made a song and a dance dissing a rival gang member who was taken out brutally.
No. That's terrible, bro. That's terrible. They made a dance of how that nigga got blicked.
Gang fight. Everyone was doing this dance, even the teachers in school, without them knowing it was directly referencing the brutal death of a young kid. When the public found out the truth about the trend, it quickly died as no one wanted to mock a kid's death with a dance. Now the fact that 6'7" is connected to an infamous Philly gang is already dark enough, but when you start looking into who Skrilla is, things get quite sinister. Skrilla is a Philly drill rapper who raps about death, drugs, and destruction. An absolute horrible influence for the kids, and that's to put it lightly. But this isn't even the darkest thing about him. If you watch one of Skrilla's music videos, alongside of the glamorization of the drug and street life, you will also find really dark, almost demonic imagery.
Hey, before he even get into that, just think about drill rap though. Like, what drill rapper has had a long career? Their careers either die off pretty quick or they die. Every drill rapper is like, they hit a wave and then their wave crashes. All right, come on, bro. And I ain't even saying that to sound funny or disrespectful. I'm like, bro, the drill rap shit, this shit don't seem like it lasts long. You get a new hot drill rap artist, they have their little wave, and then something happens.
Over them. Some of his videos look like he's literally doing some sort of dark ritual in the video itself. In his music video called Word from Osun, he starts the video in what could only be explained as a dark demonic possession ritual, as he sat at a table with candles lit all around him. As the camera pans to him...
Oh yeah, no. He prepared for this, right? The lit candles, the empty pill bottles, making his vessel weak and susceptible to spiritual attacks. Yeah, no, this is not an accident, bro.
Start to see his eyes turn fully black, indicating he's becoming possessed. In another part of the video, he shows his eyes rolling back into the back of his head, showing imagery to clearly indicate he is possessed. This music video looks rather dark and demonic. I could only imagine what kids think after finding out Skrilla is responsible for the 6'7" meme, typing his name on the YouTube search bar and stumbling upon this video, clicking on it only to be scarred for life after seeing Demon Skrilla. Now let's go back to the imagery in the video. There is actually a reason he is using all this dark demonic imagery. It's not just for shock value. This imagery actually ties back to the religious beliefs Skrilla practices. See, according to Skrilla, he is actually deep into Santeria, which is an old African religion that originated in Cuba. The religion is considered to be a part of the occult-based religions. Santeria often involves practices considered hidden or secret, heavily focused on magic and a blend of African spiritualism and Catholicism. Now, while many people who practice Santeria claim it is an evil, there is a very real dark side to the religion. I grew up in the Bronx, and on my block there was a Santeria store. One of my friend's mother actually practiced Santeria, and my friend used to get stuff from that store for her all the time. My friend actually told me about his mom doing Santeria spells on his father to make sure he stayed locked up, which he did for as long as I knew my friend. So while some people believe Santeria is used for good, it is also clearly used for bad. What Skrilla seems to be using it for is clearly evil. Everything about Skrilla is themed around evil, death, and destruction. His music is completely rooted in evil and darkness. You can clearly see that by just watching his videos. Click on his video and you can literally feel the dark energy resonating from it. This is because these songs are actually rooted in Santeria magic. His song Word from Osun is about becoming possessed by the god he worships named Osun, with Osun literally speaking through him. This is why he named the song Words from Osun and shows himself demonically possessed, as Osun possesses him and speaks through him in the song. In fact, the sample used for the song is an actual Santeria prayer. The prayer loops repeatedly in the background, giving the song a spacey dark tone. This isn't a song. It's a Santeria ritual dedicated to Osun. Skrilla is deep into the dark side of Santeria. He admits this himself. During an interview with No Jumper, he told the Satanist Adam22 that his beliefs are real, telling Adam that he routinely sacrifices goats and chickens to the Santeria Santos, even bringing up a photo he posted online of a goat he had sacrificed to the Santos.
You mentioned your religion.
Alright, a few things, right?
Adam that he routinely sacrifices goats and chickens.
For a music video, having beams flash on your grills is kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That's creative too. Second thing, the most important thing, right? All of this power he's giving up in order to gain fame, money, worldly possessions, right? He's giving his power away. You know, because you don't need these dark forces to gain, bro. They need you more than you need them, bro. You know what I'm saying? They only have the power that you give them. So if you do decide to give them your power, right, then you're selling yourself short in every way. Because like I said, bro, I just said this, the lifespan of a drill rapper, bro, whether it's the career or the actual life of the rapper, they don't seem to last long. You know, I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. I'm just saying, bro.
To the Santeria Santos, even bringing up a photo he posted online of a goat he had sacrificed to the Santos.
You mentioned your religion.
Sacrificing goats, chickens, rats, all of this stuff, bro. Like, come on, dog. There's a slippery slope. It's a stepping stone, because then the sacrifice is going to have to get bigger and more significant.
Religion exactly do you represent?
I'm a Santo. I do Palo. I'm a Santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like all that sacrificing goats and all that, that's not just for like, that's real life. You
sacrificed a goat?
You seen that, bro. That's real life, bro.
Really?
I sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like, I do for certain though. Like, I'm not allowed to explain it how you want me to explain it. I think how you want me to explain it, but yeah.
And then he said he's not allowed to explain it. Why not? Why does it have to be a secret, bro? Like, what's the big secret? If it's really righteous, if it's really, you know, not nothing bad, then it doesn't have to be a secret. All darkness comes to light. Everything done in the dark comes to light, bro. So if you're doing it in the dark, that means you're probably not supposed to be doing it. Like, why can't you share it?
Well, I can do my research. That's interesting.
It ain't even gonna. You're not even gonna find it like
hard
that.
To Google.
You could Google it, but it ain't gonna explain. It's like it's. You could try to do your research though, and let me know what you find out though, bro.
As you can see, Skrilla is deeply involved in the dark side of Santeria. In another interview, he talks about using Santeria spells on his enemies, bringing up specific spells that are known to bring harm to those he aims them to.
You could put bad spirits on people too. Like you could put a person's name and like their birthday inside the. You could put them inside the agun pot. And
what I got to say about that is, people talking about putting bad spirits on other people, bro. As long as you protect, like I said, these things don't have power over you. They don't have power unless you give it to them. Unless you give them the power. These dark spirits, these bad spirits, they don't have any power over you unless you give it to them. Right? As long as you're prayed up, you're protected. You're protected from that, man. Come on, bro. Can't nobody put no bad spirits on you. Don't believe that. Don't let nobody trick you out your own power. For real.
like you basically sending agun like metal, like they could get shot, stabbed, something could happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would kill them. Like, oh, that's crazy.
It's different ways you could do things though. Like you can actually put somebody's name in your shoe and keep it or in the bottom of your sock or in your shoe, like bad happened to them. Like
You can clearly see Skrilla has no issues admitting he is using Santeria to cause evil, the evil that seems to be behind his music industry success. See, Skrilla has signed a major record deal and is on his way to becoming a big star, all off the hype of the 6'7" craze and help from his Santeria Santos, of course. Skrilla openly admits that his record deal was gifted to him by the Santos he worships. See, Skrilla did a video hood tour with the YouTuber Brandon Buckingham, and during a part of the video, Skrilla takes him to a family member of his who does Santeria. Skrilla then tells Brandon that he got his record deal because of the Santeria Santos he made an offering to.
Yo, I'm about to take y'all in my Godfather crib so he can show y'all with my religion.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, nice to meet you, brother. I would love to learn about, the religion and the background and everything.
Sure, not a problem. Follow me. Starts for the Legua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun, Yemaya, Oya, San Lázaro, and Abatala. This is the Legua, the path opener. This is the person who you come talk to when everything is going down and you feel like you're stuck between a room where there's no way out. You speak to Elegua, you do things with Elegua. That's Ogun.
That right there's Ogun.
This one is Ochosi. He's the hunter of the religion. That one is Chango, the Lord of Thunder, Lightning. This is Ochun, Odudua.
Just to further our understanding, how much does these figures mean to you guys?
Well, to me.
And the downfall of all of this is as soon as you have nothing left to offer, as soon as they can't use you anymore, bro, you done. They don't need you anymore. Whether we're talking about the dark spirits in the spiritual realm, whatever entity they're praying to, or even the music industry. Once they squeeze you dry, they'll toss you to the side. They don't care about you anymore, bro. Where's the love in that? Where's the salvation in that, bro? You're being used. Your vessel is being used for somebody else's bidding, for somebody else's benefit, for something else's benefit, bro. You might gain all these worldly possessions in the short term, but it can be easily taken from you as well because you don't own it. It's not yours, bro. It's not part of you.
Mean the world. They mean everything to me.
You just get it and you gotta actually take care of everything and do the stuff that you're supposed to do. Yeah, before I signed my deal, that's what I asked for. And we was sitting in here before I even did it, the day before I did it. 2 days before I did it, and then I made my decision of what I asked for, and then I got what I asked for.
So you really feel like you were blessed by higher powers to be signed and all that?
I know, for sure. Facts.
As you can see, Skrilla even attributes his music industry success to these Santos he is performing sacrifices to. You can see that whatever evil he is channeling is taking over his soul. The more viral he becomes, the more demonic he looks. Now he's running around with this creepy mask that is likely connected to the religion he is practicing. This is where 6'7" comes from, tied to evil in both the physical realm and the spiritual realm. The term 6'7" represents a gang that is connected to death and destruction, with the person who made the phrase into a song being deep into dark magic and pushing evil. Both sides of evil, the physical realm and the spiritual realm. Somehow, this ended up taking over the kids. I don't think it was by coincidence either. Skrilla said he owes his success to the...
They're always attacking the kids. There's always gonna be an attack towards the kids, bro.
He's worshiping. These evil spirits use Skrilla as a vessel to spread evil to children all over the world. This is how spiritual evil works. It always goes after the most vulnerable and easy to influence. When these kids learn about 6-7 and go on the search to find out what it means, they end up finding Skrilla, and then Skrilla introduces them to this dark demonic world. Now Skrilla is everywhere, and the kids can't stop saying his phrase. Now you finally know where 6-7 comes from. While it seems like an innocent little trend, the reality is it's connected to something quite dark. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching.
Let me see what y'all talking about in this comment section, huh? Everybody wants to be a demon until it's time to go to Whew! It just shows how stupid and dumb the world is becoming. I rebuke this in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord Jesus, please continue to protect these innocent kids. This stuff has been so out of hand. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Everything is always deeper and more spiritual than it seems on the surface. This world is truly evil. We need more Christian artists who make music that glorify God. Christian artists who refuse to collaborate with secular artists. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear no Christian rap. Man, look, you just need somebody to be real, bro. We need somebody that's going, first of all, talented, definitely talented, but if they gonna take the Christian route, don't try to be like overly righteous or overly like, you know what I'm saying? Be real. Just be real, dog. Just be real. That's because the truth is always gonna stand the test of time. The principles, the truth in it is always gonna stand the test of time. But look, man. Y'all like the video, L-I-K-E, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?